Powered by Riverside FM.
Powered by Riverside.
What I was trying to say is that if I can change,
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился
and
сегодня.
you can change,
Вы можете измениться.
everybody can change.
Каждый может измениться.
You're listening to WildFireRadio.com presents the Jerry Torres program. No bad news, no sad news, no politics, no religion, just happy fun stuff. And now, here's your host, Jerry Torres.
Five-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy and Tits McGee.
Now go to that voodoo that you do so well.
Oh my lord. Here, let me put this low because I know it's like, nah, your intro, Jerry. Man. Welcome one and all to another episode of the Jerry Torres program. Appreciate everybody coming on, staying on. Yes. Okay. So let me figure out this. Okay. Hold on for 1 millisecond here. There we go. Okay. If I have it down like this, will my neck hurt? Or if I have it up like this, will it be balanced? Hot damn it. Okay. So now let me try with this. I've been working on my mic stand. There you go. All right. That's perfect. All right. Here we go.
Awkward.
What the hell?
Awkward.
Okay, there you go. And how about brick? All right, perfect. Damn it. So I've been I've been trying to come up with different sound effects, man, for my intro because I don't know. I guess it's because some copyright thing I'm getting, and I'm not getting in trouble with it. But it's like every time I play my intro, it's like, nah, we ain't gonna play that. I'm like, all right, fine. And I figured I gotta maybe come up with something short because Joe Rogan has a great intro, the Joe Rogan Experience, check it out, So I figured, let me try to find something here. It's a Frank Sinatra one. Let me see if I got it up here. Oh God, I don't think I have it. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Now I gotta look for it. Hot damn it. Frank Sinatra. Hi, see what I mean? I should have had it up here. Sinatra live. There we go. Okay, so now it's an intro that I like, and maybe I should keep it. And so here we go. Let me see. Oh, good Lord, it's so much. Wait a minute. Is this it? No, it's not. God. You know what? I'm not even gonna look for it. It's like these trumpet sounds, So basically, I would have something like this. All right, let me go back to my soundboard that I finally got it fixed. All right, here we go. All right, let me see here. Nope, that's not it. Okay, there we go. Trumpets. No, that's, oh my Lord, horns. Let me try horns. Good God, man. First thing is, as soon as I come back, horns. All right, now, like this one is right here. Okay. Oh my God. Now I gotta try to get without speaking. All right, here we go. The Jerry Torres program, or, ladies and gentlemen, the Jerry Torres program. Like that. I don't know, man. This is what's getting irritated because I would have my intro, and then I would come up and say, "Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jerry Torres program." Hold on, where the hell's my list, man? Oh my God! Oh, here it is. Okay, I got my list of the stuff that I like to talk about. If I didn't have it, I would have been like, "Oh, F me, dude." Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, I know Jerry Torres program is no bad news, no sad news, no politics, no religion, just good, happy, fun stuff. And I could say this, the great Ace Frehley passed away yesterday. Man, I love Kiss music. I really do. And I got into it when I was like, oh God. Oh man, maybe 10 years old. When I heard their first or second album, I loved it, man. And then I was really into it. And Ace Frehley was like a pioneer. And Preston and Steve were talking about, they were giving like the whole history of his real name. I never knew he was a roadie for Jimi Hendrix. Wow. Oh my God. Excuse me. And excuse me. And he was an inspiration to like all rockers, man. I don't know, man. I mean, it sucks that a guy like that, it was too soon for him, man. He had great stories. He was in a legendary rock band. He went solo, and he'd be greatly missed, man. And it's great that all these musicians from all over the world, from every band of today and yesterday, they're paying tribute to the great Ace Frehley. And I'm drinking my tea. So it kind of sucks, man, that these legendaries like from Ozzy, now Ace Frehley, it's like, come on, dude. Oh, man. Well, here's to you, Mr. Ace Frehley. Thank you so much for giving us everything. This goes out to you, buddy. And air guitaring. Here we go. Rest in peace, sir. Yeah. Rest in peace. Now, here's the thing. If I did play any Kiss, I would have gotten in trouble with Spotify. Spotify. So I'd be very, very, very careful, man. Like right now, I'm thinking about revamping my intro. Make it short and sweet because I love my intro. I worked on it really hard when I took in communication school. And now it's like every time I play it on Riverside or Spotify, they cut it. And I'm like, come on, dude. Oh man, it's irritating, dude. But I'll wait. You know what I mean? I am going to either revamp it, make it short and sweet to the point, and that way I could be aired. Oh God. Anyway, so let's begin, people. Appreciate everybody coming on, staying on. No grass cutting today. I was shocked. The grass is barely growing. I guess it's because it's realizing that the weather's getting colder. And the grass is like, we don't feel like growing. We're going to stay underground, So I figured, you know what? I'll wait. Maybe next, spring, start cutting the grass all over again. So there was no grass cutting. I am thinking about washing my car tomorrow. And then after that, just stay home and effing relax, dude. I'm not going to wash my car tomorrow either. I'm not. I'm going to let the dirt collect and then probably next week, which by the way, okay, what the weather's going to be like next week. All right, here we go. All right, weather, 10 days. All right, here we go. Bing, bam, boom. All right. Yeah, so I figured if let me see here. Yeah, next Friday or Saturday, I could give it a good wash. Yeah, let the dirt build up. Yeah, I ain't going to wash my car. I figured I'd go to the gym, get a good workout, and then take care of my errands, and then come home the rest of the day, just chill, and do my second podcast show, and just relax, man. That's what I love. I just love. Listen, I keep telling people from Sunday to Wednesday is 10-hour shifts. I come home, I'm exhausted. Come Thursday, I get up early in the morning, get my workout out of the way, clean the house, do the laundry, do my errands, take care of my dad. And then if there's things I really need to get done and, without my dad jumping in and interfering, I would ask a family friend named Anna to come over for like a couple hours to watch my dad, and that way I can go on and about doing my things. And she does. She comes over, and I pay her for her time. And then after that, just come home and and on my days off, I'm still busy. I'm still busy. I'm like, what the f? Now I'm really busy because I'm in the process of writing movie scripts, short stories. Because now with this AI short film stuff that's coming out now, I figured it'd be perfect to now get the movies that I really want done. And I finally finished my first script. I wrote it myself, and it took me, oh God, months to write it. And I'll admit it. I had the use of AI because it was a story that Preston and Steve were talking about how very famous script writers have been using AI to touch up their script a little bit. Like they would finish it and they would use it as, their editor, and believe it or not, many of them were amazed and astonished that, they kept the same storyline, but they just touched it up a bit. And they were like, whoa, this is pretty good. So I figured, let me do that. So then I wrote my script. It's a short story because some of these AI film stuff can only make a movie, but it's like I just want to make short films because I figure with short films, people have the expansion just to be like, oh, I can sit through 15 minutes watching this movie. So next thing you know, I finished my script and I read it over, and it was like a lot of highlights, a lot of red pen marks. I'm like, oh God. Now listen, I never went to school for script writing. I read books that I have about script writing. There's one in particular that I love, and I think it's up in my thingamabooba room. Oh, it's called Sid Field Screenwriting. And I read that book from beginning to end. And I memorized much what I could. And I read that book like 4 years ago, and I still have it today. And it was highly recommended. It was number one book to people, to become scriptwriter. And I went on YouTube and I read. Basically, I taught myself. That's what I did. I taught myself. So I bought the book, read it from beginning to end, and trust me, the book has highlights, pen marks to see. Oh, I did take notes. I just saw what I read, and I was like, okay, this is what you do in the second part, and tell the story here. Next thing you know, I went on YouTube. During the pandemic, I went on YouTube, and there was these fantastic people that were professional screenwriters from movies to TV shows, and they taught you step by step on, how to write a script and how not to freak out, of a character and scene. Some of them, you go by scene and emotion. I was like, ooh, it's a bit too much, I just want basic and thorough and yet understandable. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted. For a script to be like full detail, and he walks into a room and with a cup of coffee in his hand with a reaction on his face. He sees Susie with a big smile on his face. He walked up towards her, and I'm like, okay. And with the script, it's like there's a beginning, middle, and end. I was like, okay, perfect. So I started practicing and went on YouTube again, and I saw different people that were teaching, and they were fantastic. It's too much of a list of names, but they were great, and I was absorbing knowledge, as much as I could. I wouldn't say, and I wouldn't call myself a professional screenwriter. I would say I'm subpar from what I wrote, but I finished writing it yesterday, and with the help of my friend Rhonda, she's amazing. And I went on ChatGPT to touch it up a bit, and I asked Rhonda, "Hey, do you think it's okay?" Rhonda was like, "Yeah, go ahead. Everybody's doing it, Now I was talking to a writer yesterday in the comedy club that I was at. Oh my God, her name was Selena. She's a professional screenwriter. She does improv and stuff like that. And we were talking about this. she said, yeah, if it's necessary that, you feel like you want something to help you, there's nothing wrong with that. I say go for it. Because right now in this industry, I told her it's not 50-50, it's like 60-40. Like 60% would love using ChatGPT or any AI. And then you have that 40% that are against it. They're like, no, go old school is better. That's like the lazy way. Listen, I'm all for this AI stuff. Had this been around 10, 20 years ago, I would have had no problem writing a script whatsoever. And pretty much is very helpful, I would say, and it helped me. So I have nothing against anybody using ChatGPT as long as they write it first and then they ask ChatGPT in detail how they want it. So that way, it can still come out the way they wrote it. I said with a little help little help is good, really good. So then I finished it. And then, I said, I went on ChatGPT and I said, hey, can you do this and this? And I wrote how in detail how I want it. And next thing you know, ChatGPT was awesome. Ow, my nose. I'm so sorry, man. It's something. It's an itch. Oh my God. Yeah. It's an itch you can't reach in your nose, man. So next thing you know, ChatGPT said, "Sure, I see what I can do," and then that's what it said. And it came up, and next thing you know, I was impressed, immensely impressed of what it did to touch it up, because there was 3 scenes in the movie that were baffling me, and I had to make sure that it was original. I asked for it to please, in your way, can you make this scene in an original manner? And next thing you know, it did. And it blew my effing mind. Because I'm trying to stay away from cliches that have been done 40 billion times in movies. So, and next thing you know, I loved what it did. It was like, whoa, this is pretty awesome. And yeah, because there was a movie that was called 21 Bridges. And I told this to people. I said it was really good. And I said it was good, not legendary good. It could have been better had it stayed away from the effing cliches. And immediately you knew who was the bad guy. And then, you immediately knew what the hell was going to happen. And the next thing I was like, oh, God, they could have made this better. So that's what I tried to avoid when I was writing my script. I try to avoid cliches that has been done, So next thing you know, ChatGPT touched up the 3 scenes that were really baffling me. And I was like, wow, it did it. The next thing you know, I finished it. And with the help of, and thankful to Rhonda and ChatGPT, I was like, yes, we did it. Yes, we did it. We finished my first very short movie script. And I was like, yes, I was impressed. I was relieved. I was happy. So now what I'm going to do next is get on any of these AI affiliates and start making my film come to reality. Because, listen, I think I'm all for this artificial intelligence in movie making, because you have a lot of people that are like struggling to make it. As a matter of fact, let me get on TikTok Live to promote this thing. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm on. Okay, let me get on here. Get on there. All right, so let me get on live now. I'm not going to promote it. I'm just going to get on live now. Okay, so you have a lot of these people that are against ChatGPT and AI, filmmaking. And I've seen the magic that people have done, bringing back Prince, bringing back Robin Williams, and a lot of people creating their imagination to life, And you have a lot of people trying to get their foot in the door in Hollywood, but they never get the opportunity. They always turn downs, put downs, and it's like, oh God, yeah, they throw the script on a pile of other scripts, and it's like they're trying their best to get into the movie business. And I'm all for this AI, ChatGPT, all this movie making stuff, because now people can make the films that they really wanted to make all their lives. They can put their face in it. or have their friend and then make a movie they've always wanted to make, from sci-fi to action to drama to horror, and they can make it come to life when Hollywood never gave that individual an opportunity to say, you know what? We have so many screenwriters and actors. We don't need more. Thank you. And it's like, come on, man. I'm all for it because now people can make their imagination come to life. And that's what I'm doing right now. There was like 3 movies that I want to make and that I want to be in and also have my friends in it. But now I can make my imagination come to life, and nowadays, nowadays, Hollywood is never giving an opportunity, anybody a chance because it's always put downs, insults, and it's like, and you have all these people that are like dying to get their foot in the door, to get recognition in Hollywood. And it's like, they never get that chance. They never get that opportunity because they have the door slammed in their face. They always get turned down, but in a nice way, thinking that well, we said it very nice to you, so that way you don't have your heart shattered. It's like, come on. Not anymore. Now people can say, you know what? There's a movie I want to make. I'm going to make it my way. All they got to do is very simple, write the script, each and every detail, and then go on their AI, and then now they can create it and make their version into the reality that they had in their mind, had on a sheet of paper. Now it can be done. So I'm all for it. Go for it, people. Yeah. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a very nice lady friend who's finally on after 4,962 days of avoiding me. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Tinkerbell Batty. Yeah. Oh my God. The crowd is cheering for you. Where have you been, my love? No, I'm going to let the crowd cheer. Let them cheer. Actually, you can't hear it because it's on my headset, but you'll hear it on the audio. Oh, my Lord. I am blushing. Oh, my God. Yes. Tinkerbell Batty. I was in the hospital for a week. Oops. All right. Well, I hope you're feeling better, my love. Yeah. Is everything okay, hon? Yeah. Well, Tinkerbell Batty, well, she was on. Now she's not on. Where are you? Okay. Are you? Thank a bank. The bank you. She spelled the bank. THABK. The bank. The bank you. The what? Yes, Tinkerbell Batty. The bank you. Well, I hope you're feeling better. You had me worried. I thought she was like, all right, another guy trying to hit on me. Another guy calling me beautiful. You got a lot of these guys that come on when you are on live, and a lot of these guys have no game, because they all say the same thing. When they see a pretty girl on live on TikTok or any other affiliate, they always are like, oh, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're so beautiful. Beautiful. That's all beautiful. Beautiful. You're so beautiful. It's like the only thing they can just say to a woman. Where me, I could be like, yo, Tinker, I just have a conversation with her, hey, how was your day? Hey, you like to cook? I would love to cook for you one day. You're a very lovely lady. You shouldn't be cooking by yourself. I want you to sit down, drink a glass of wine, and watch me, cook for you a very lovely meal. Bam! That's how I do it. Too many of these guys are like, oh, beautiful. You're beautiful. You're so lovely. You're so beautiful. That's all the word they can think of. You're so beautiful. You're beautiful. I got no game. Because they're beautiful. You're beautiful. I'm like, shut the F up, man. Get game, dude. Like I said, I'll be like, hey, listen, would you like to go for a nice walk, have a glass of wine, have a wonderful conversation this lovely evening? Well, if you like, we can take a nice walk on the beach, get to know each other a little better. Bam! Right there, baby. Oh, yeah. What the hell? I thought I had my bam sound. Damn, I was going to say, bam. Nope, I don't have it. Son of a gun. I thought I had it. Anyway, hold on. Oh, man, now I got to go to my soundboard thing. I'm so honored that Tinkerbell Batty is back on. I missed that woman. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. I do have it. Hold on. I think I got it here. Hold on. Calm. Nope, that's not it. So now that means I got to go to another soundboard. Damn it, man. All right, here we go. Hold on, Tinkerbell. Don't you dare leave. Because if she leaves, I'm gonna cry. And she left. Damn it, I'm gonna cry. All right, now here we go. All right, so I have to have it up here. All right, boom. All right, I got it. So listen, every guy you get on there. Oh, you here? Oh, you there? Okay, baby. I called her baby. Well, I'm single, so I can call her baby. Yeah. So anyway, so Tinkerbell Batty is a very beautiful woman. She's very nice when she's on TikTok. She's very nice to everybody when she goes on TikTok Live. She makes these wonderful videos. She has this great, sexy hairstyle. She's gorgeous from head to toe. Notice how I didn't say the word beautiful. All right. I said gorgeous, fine, breathtaking. Bam! I got it like that. Boom! Yeah! Yeah, see what I mean? Bam! So she's very nice, very, very cordial, you know. And most of these other women that get on TikTok Live, they're like, they put pounds of foundation on their face, enough foundation to cover 9 football fields. It's like, I'm so hot and gorgeous, and I'm on live so everybody can see me. And then like they go close to the screen. Thank you, Billy. Okay, now everybody keeps staring at my obnoxious, gorgeous face that only the world can admire. I'm like, ooh, stop. Not Tinkerbell. She talks to the people. She talks to the people. Think about it. Go on TikTok Live. You see these beautiful these women that come on there, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to be a god. Look at my face. I go through 5 jars of foundation before I go on." I'm like, "Oh God." Yes, I was a runner-up on RuPaul's drag queen contest, but I'm actually a woman. But I don't know why they didn't accept me. I'm like, "Oh my God." It's like I'm tired of this. Anyway, well, Tinkerbell Betty, stay on with me, my love, because I know you were in the hospital. I hope are you feeling better? Are you feeling 100% better? I'm waiting for her response. Ladies and gentlemen, we wait. Not yet. Okay, good. Well, at least that's a good sign then. All right, that's a good sign. Anyway, so Tinkerbell Batty is now my sidekick for the rest of the show. Man, I'm so happy she's back. Yeah, Tinkerbell Batty. Oh my God. Anyway, so she is one astonishing, gorgeous woman. Notice I didn't say beautiful. You know, now watch, every guy's gonna get a thesaurus. All right, what's the other word I can use than just beautiful? Oh, chisel to perfection. Okay, I could use that one. Oh my God, man, no weekend game from me. Shoot. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm a player, or a dog or a gigolo, but it's just that I've dated women so much in my time, and I've been with women. And that's another thing. Guys, stop hanging out with dudes, hang out with women, all right? You get to know more about yourself and the woman. You know, it's like this. You're hanging out with women is like getting intel from the enemy. You know so much about them. You know their plan. You know what I mean? When you hang out with dudes all the time, you're going to think of like a Neanderthal. You know what I mean? Like girl like me. Me kill squirrel to give her as gift. It's like, dude, shut up. Oh my God. Oh man, running low on my green tea. Now I got to get some later. Oh my God. But anyway, so Predator Badlands comes out in a week or two. I cannot wait. I am excited for it. And I know they got the right director because he directed Prey and he directed the animation Predator one. He did a great job. So I got a feeling Predator's Badlands will be superb. There you go. Tinkerbell wrote, "That's so true. We give you the script." You're like, damn right. So Predator Badlands, I'm a huge Predator fan. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a picture of my shelves in my bedroom that I have all these tchotchkes on. But many of them is Marvel, DC, and sci-fi stuff from Star Wars, Star Trek, and I'm looking at Voltron, and I have Predator stuff. Unlike a buddy of mine, he has the huge Predator head in his office. It's he had a hard time buying it, so he had to go to this place that made a 3D printing of it, and it cost him $500. But damn it, it looked beautiful. It's the Predator head mask, not the face where he's like expanding his jowls, you know. But It's a beautiful mask. It has like the dreads in the back. It's awesome. But he has it in the middle of his office. But he's also a huge Predator fan, and he cannot wait for this movie to come out. He wants to take his kids to go watch it. I said, "Are you going to see it?" It's like, yeah, I'm going to see it. When it comes out, I'm going to be there. And they have the popcorn box, but it's a Predator ship. I was hoping like they had like the head or something like that. But yeah, I'm real excited for it, and I hope it's good. And I hope they don't like f it up. But like I said, they got the right director who directed Prey, and he directed the animation one. So I know he's going to do a damn good job with Predator Badlands. So that's going to be great. I was talking about AI, how I have nothing against it and I'm all for it. Because like I said, Batty, just to let you know, I finished writing my movie script. My very first movie script took me 4 months and almost through 2 years of reading and studying online. But I finally finished my first movie script. And I am going to make my very first short film through ChatGPT and these other AI affiliates. So there's another one called Google VO3. I'm going to look at that later on. I heard that's really good. It has been getting rave reviews on that one. So yeah. So some of these AI video making you have to pay, and I don't mind. You know what I mean? I pay to 3 of them. But there's one that I really like, but you have to pay like $200 a month. But I've seen the quality that it gives. I mean, gives like these theatrical. Again, when you write something on AI video making, you have to write specifically how you want the film, and it understands. It will pick it up, but it's pretty much like you're the director and AI is the production. So, and it will create something that you've always wanted. So this other one that I really like called Hailu, but it's like if you really want the good quality stuff, it's like $200 a month. I'm like, oh my Lord, that's a bit too much. But maybe in the future, I'll go for it. But for right now, I'll stick with Chat and the other ones, that I like. So I sent my script to my dearest, closest acting buddy, Tasia Breeson, and I hope she read it because I want her to be in it with me. It's a sci-fi action film. There's no romance. It's like I said, I stayed away from cliches that have been done in movies. So there's no romance, just action and originality. So again, that's what my production company that I'm working on is based on. No cliches. No effing cliches. Too many of them. And it's sad because I was telling people about the movie 21 Bridges. And like I said, it was good. Wasn't legendary, but it was just like it's been done 1,000 times. And I'm like, it was good, save like the first 30 minutes of it was good. And then all of a sudden, you felt what it's been done in every movie. You're like, oh God, it could have been better. But I said ever since then, ever since the first John Wick, there hasn't been an original film in quite a while. So that's what I'm trying to stay away from is cliches. My future wife, Tinkerbell Batty. Oh my goodness, did I just say that? Oh my goodness, I am blushing. She blew me a kiss. Bam.
Most awesomest fail ever.
That was mean, man. Thank you. All right, let me get back to my other soundboard. Where the hell is it? I think this is it. All right. Oh my God, I got so many stuff up right now. All right. Yeah, I don't have it here. All right, what's this? Oh God, I'm so afraid to press it. But all right, here we go. That was stupid. All right, let me get that one out of here. All right. So anyway, so continuing on, hockey is back. I'm real excited. And I cannot believe the Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Cincinnati Bengals, of all teams, Pittsburgh has to least lose to them. Oh, my God. I cannot believe that. I saw the game, but I was watching a hockey game at the same time. And then baseball. Good Lord. It was like 3 sporting events. But I had it on my tablet, my TV on top, and the other one on my tablet. So I was watching 3 sports at once while I was working at my desk. And when I saw the score of Pittsburgh, I was like, oh man, they got this. Pittsburgh will come back. Yeah, they got this. Next thing you know, the game was over. I was like, what the hell did I just see? Are you kidding me? And they lost by 2 points. I was like, this sucks. Because Pittsburgh was on a hot streak, man. They were winning games. Aaron Rodgers something didn't do for the Jets, but he's doing it for Pittsburgh. And I was like, oh, and then they lost to the Bengals of all teams. I was like, this is not good. This is not good at all. And then people were coming up to, hey, what do you think about your Giants? Do you think they're a worthy team? I was like, whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. All right. First of all, by you saying the word worthy is a huge word and a huge understatement for anyone to say that to a Giants fan right now. You know what I mean? I would say not even hopeful, not even worthy. I would say they're just working out the kinks and hope for the best. That's all I can say. Because one, again, it's that the whole organization, the whole team is iffy right now. And I can't listen. When they beat the Eagles are pretty much now losing half of their squad. Half of them are hurt. Half of them can't even I don't know. They're like half their squad of their best players are hurt. They're on the hurt list. They can't, the injured list. They can't play. So that's why they lost. Because had it been a full healthy squad, Giants would have lost horribly. I could say that. People could be like, "Oh, why'd you say that? Your team." Listen, anyone with their favorite team, when they're on a losing streak, you have every right to express how you feel. If you say they suck, they suck. If you say they're horrible, they're horrible. And if you say something like, "Oh, they'll pick up, they're going to be better. Watch," and it's like, hey, you have the right to say what you want. But I don't listen to anybody say, but that's your team, man. You got to support. I'm not going to support a losing team. No. If the Giants were like maybe 4-2, yeah. But 2-4, I'm like, no. So again, I mean, right now, still early, and to make that prediction of anyone going to the Super Bowl right now, that's another thing. I would love to go to the Super Bowl to see Bad Bunny perform. Yeah, I got my Puerto Rican shirts, my Puerto Rican T-shirts. If I go, oh my Lord, I'm bringing my shirts with me. I mean? I ain't supporting for the team. I want to watch my boy Bad Bunny. And I heard, and I think it's true that excuse me, K-pop will be alongside her. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be bad. I like this stuff. Take me with you. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Batty. If I do win tickets, yes, I would love for you to come with me. Yes, I would make sure of that. Yeah, that would be nice. It's a date. Oh, here's the thing though. You sleep on the floor, I sleep on the bed. There you go. Okay, compromise. Yeah, we got this. You got a king size bed. Well, I'm, what I mean? You sleep on the floor. It's like, let me stop. Oh, there's a couch. Go ahead, take the couch. I mean, that's me. Nah, I gotta be me. Anyway. So yeah, right now they haven't had any contest yet of Super Bowl tickets, which I got a feeling probably in mid-November or early December that's going to start happening. I mean, I've already heard that like Coke, Budweiser, a lot of these major corporations, like again, Coke, Gatorade, beer companies, they're like going to start doing their contest thing. So yeah, if I win tickets, yeah, I'm going, man. Excuse me, damn it. So we'll see what happens, man. It's still too early in the season for them to start promoting Super Bowl tickets because they don't know who's going to go, So Halloween is pretty much a week away. And everybody right now is scrambling for their costume, I would love to go to a Halloween party, but there's too many of them that I went to in the past were lame. Yeah. So So I don't know. If I was to go, I'll probably get my Tron suit. They selling the Tron suit online. It's like $400. But if I was to go to a costume party, I would buy it right away. You know what I mean? It looked pretty good. And I was like, yes, it had the helmet, the suit, and everything. It had the stick, you know, we throw it, it turns into a bike or a jet. I mean, if it did that, that would be awesome, but it doesn't do it. But it glows. I was like, yes, 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 yes. And it's the black and red one. That's the one I want. And it's like $400 and plus shipping and handling. I was like, you know what? I don't care as long as I get it. But I mean, like I said, the last good Halloween parties I've been to were like 20 years ago when I used to take salsa lessons for 6 years. And the lady that was teaching the class was a bitch. But I mean, she threw these Halloween parties that were awesome. You know what I mean? And she had a rule at the door. You know, if you weren't wearing a costume, you're not coming in. And she was serious. She would hire like a bouncer at the door and a bouncer inside to make sure if anybody's a wise ass or think they're tough, you know, but that was the rule. And she even put it on the invitation. You don't have a costume, you don't come into the party. Period. Bam, boom, bing. And everybody wore a costume. I mean, like they made sure. I remember one time I went is one of those fake wannabe, oh yeah, I'm a tough guy. Everybody has to fear me. You know, one of those fake douche nozzles. And he was with his wife, who was super hot. She was wearing a costume, right? She wore, I think, if I remember, a Cleopatra, and the husband was too much of a tight ass, boring douche. You know, he was like, "No, I'm going to come in with regular regular clothes. I'll get in regardless." Next thing you know, I saw the whole thing, and the guy was like, "Sorry, sir, if you saw the invitation, you have to have a costume to come in." And he was like, "Yo, I don't need a costume." This guy tried to get in front of 3 bouncers. And he was like, "You're not coming in." And the wife was like, "I'll see you at home." She comes in. The husband was all livid and angry, you know, but that's the rule. You're not wearing a costume, you can't come into the party. Period. So next thing you know, the wife was there for like 2 hours because, you know, the Mr. Pouty face was like, "I want to go to the party." Crybaby. But, you know, I would say that was the only thing that I like, because how many Halloween parties have you been to and nobody dresses up, or the percentage of them dress up, or half of the people dress up? It's like, it's a Halloween party. Why are y'all tight ass, you know, pricks? You know, I don't understand. Dress up. Dress up as the character you've always wanted to dress up as: Wolverine, Supergirl, the sexy cat, or the sexy witch, you know, whatever. The last couple times I dressed up as a Roman soldier. That costume cost me like $250. And I should have never thrown away the helmet. I should have kept it. I have the sword. I kept the sword. As a matter of fact, I have it right here. There it is. It's the Gladius. It's a fake Gladius. It's rubber, you know, but I kept it for, believe it or not, 15 years because I loved it. I was like, damn, I kept my Gladius sword. So I had it for like 15 years, and I was like, you know what? I love the sword. So I kept it. And I was like, man, but I should have kept the helmet. The helmet was an actual Roman, not the actual one, but it was the Roman helmet with the big fuzzy horse thing on top. And I was really getting into the part. Those are about to die. Salute you. We cannot. And then I was like doing the Italian voice, which technically it was Italian, but of a different language, if anyone's studied history. I was really into character. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, the Northerners are trying to take over the place and then send more 70,000. Julius, please. You know what I mean? I got on people's nerves. I was like, well, listen, if I'm a Roman soldier, I'm a Roman soldier. As the saying goes, win in Rome. All right. So I had the full costume, including the shoes. And yeah, so I was a Roman soldier. And I threw away the helmet, and because I had the costume in my trunk for years. And one day when I was cleaning out everything, I threw away the chest plate, the shoes, and the helmet. But I kept the sword. Thank God I kept it. You know? And I felt bad to this day because the Roman helmet was badass, even though it was a fake, you know. But I threw it away. And to this day, I'm like, why the hell did I throw it? I could have put it on my shelf in my bedroom or my living room or something. Oh man. But anyway, look you regret. But so another time I dressed up as Batman. Another time I dressed up as Frank Sinatra. Yeah, I actually rented a tuxedo. I had a golden microphone. And only the old heads knew, hey, you're Frank Sinatra. Like, yes, thank you. And then there was another time I dressed up as James Bond. I had the white and black tux. You know what I mean? I had that. So people, what are you? It's like James Bond, Sean Connery. People, come on, man. So yeah, when it's Halloween, I dress up. I really get into it. Unlike some people that are like, they go when it says Halloween party. I don't want to dress up. I'm too lame. All right, then why do you come here? I mean, why? Half the people are dressed up and you're just, oh, I got it. You are the loser in life. Okay, I got it. So yeah. If Tinkerbell Batty, what would you go dressed up as? I'm waiting for her response. I'll dress up as the hot blonde. Ooh, wait a minute. I am the hot blonde. It was let me stop. Oh my God. Anyway, this is a mature comedy show. Oh my God. LOL. Tinkerbell. Ah, yes. Perfect Tinkerbell. You got the hair for it. Yeah, why not? So yeah, when people go to costume parties or Halloween parties, dress up, damn it. There was another time I was gonna go as a French well actually okay, I would say Napoleon. But I was gonna go as that era where they were dressed up as the long coats and the tricorder or the two-corner hat. And like, okay, I would say Napoleon there, but here's the fact: Napoleon was not a short guy. All right, he was about 5'7", 5'8", so he was a pretty tall guy. So, I was going to dress up as that, but and when I found the costume, it was in Minnesota. It was a huge costume warehouse in Minnesota, and I'm going to go there. I gotta go there. It's one of the largest costume warehouses in the United States, and they advertise themselves on TikTok a lot. But this guy has every costume you want. And in an interview, he said, well, the reason why, because you never know who needs a costume. Someone's throwing a costume party, a Broadway play, a play, you know what I mean? High school, college. They need a certain type of costume. They call us, and we got it. I was like, yes. I wish they had that here, Because how many times you try to find a costume, you can't find it, So I looked them up on their website, and yes, it's a huge warehouse. But here's the good thing: you can go there, as with the type of costume you look at. I would say something from the Revolutionary era. They have it, and they let you try it on. And if you like it, I wouldn't say you can rent it unless you lived around that area. But you can buy it, rent it, whatever. I was like, oh my goodness, that's so nice. I wanted to try dress up as Amadeus. You know what I mean? What the laugh it is. that laugh he does. And like play an organ to go as Mozart or something. I can hear you. Not really. But anyway. So yeah, it's just that these people, when they go to a Halloween party or a costume party, they never dress up, man. Dress up. So Tinkerbell and I would dress up as Tron, and Tinkerbell will go as Tinkerbell. There you go. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. Yeah. All right. So let me see here. Yeah, this is what you would hear when Tinkerbell Batty walks into the room. This is what you would hear. That's it. That's what you would hear. That's it. The sparkle. Yeah, she would walk in there. She's awesome. Oh my God. Oh man. Tinkerbell, I'm gonna send you a message. I'm gonna give you my number for you to call me, okay? Because anytime you feel down or sad, give me a call so that way we can talk and FaceTime each other. That way we can both make ourselves feel better. And she lives about an hour from me. I looked it up. You live about an hour from me. So yeah. Maybe one day we'll go out to dinner and hey, McDonald's on me. Anyway. Burger King, because I like to treat my queen. Yeah, that's how I roll, baby. She's like, I don't think so. Ew. Oh my God. Anyway, man. So yeah, listen, people. Like I said, Halloween is almost a week away. Almost 2 weeks away, and just up, man. If it's a Halloween party, just or a costume party, and just dress up as your favorite character, man. This Halloween only comes when, like, again, one time a year, you know, and dress something they've always wanted to dress. Deadpool, Punisher, Batman, Iron Man, whatever, man. Dress up. Thank you for putting a smile on my face. Oh, that's my job. I know what you're gonna say. Ugh, excuse me, I burped. Oh my God, she's gonna say this to me.
It was amazing.
That's right. Thank you. Oh man. Well, a sad thing that I read: the North American comic book market is this largest comic book store in the United States. I forgot to where it was. I didn't mark it down. It's filing for Chapter 11. They're closing down because due to the tariffs and like a lot of the prices that and items that they have, they weren't selling. And it's sad because that's been around for like so many years, like 30, 40 years it's been in business. Um, I wanted to go to, I knew where it is. I forgot what state's in, but it's one of the largest comic book places ever. And every year when they're having their comic festival, this place makes mint, because people buy comic books and their tchotchkes, to put something to put on their desk. They basically have everything that you want from sci-fi to DC, Marvel. They got it, and it's sad that they're going out of business. They're trying their best. They're trying to contact DC and Marvel to help them stay in business, and I think they should. Oh my God, I had to drink my tea. So yeah, man. I mean, listen, a lot of these businesses are filing for Chapter 11. Oh my God. Oh, thank you for putting a smile on my face. Look at that. Look at that. Tinkerbell Batty. She's one gorgeous woman. You see, I didn't say beautiful. I mean, ella mujer de lo más reina. She is the queen. Whoa, hold up. There you go. Let me take this out. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Damn it. It's my mug. It's my heating mug. I heat my tea. Oh my God. But anyway, people. So all in all, from the grass, from Ace Frehley dying, for me not cutting my grass because now the grass is not growing because the weather's starting to get cooler. And all I'm all for Chat GPT, all these AI affiliates. I'm all for it. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Because like I said, yesterday at the comedy show, I was talking to a very nice lady. She's a comic writer and a writer. And I was telling her about that I'm a writer myself. And I said, she's not against AI. She says she's all for it. The only thing is, it's okay to depend on it, but it's good that you write it yourself and then ask GPT to, give it a little push, give it a little help. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, And hockey's back, Monday Night Football, Halloween. When you go to a party, dress up, people. All right, dress up as your favorite character. Don't go like a tight ass. All right. If the costume party is okay, one last time before I mention it. If you're invited to a costume party, a Halloween party, and Halloween's only 2 weeks away, damn it, dress up. Don't go and be like, I don't feel like dressing up. If your wife's dressed up, you got to dress up too. All right. And now you got 2 weeks to find a costume. All right. You better go online and get one quick because by the week of Halloween, all the costumes that you want are gone. The size that you want is gone. And I guarantee you the only size that I have left is probably triple double X. You know what I mean? And you're just a petite size. Not small, but petite. You're like, I think I could wear a triple double X. No, you cannot. All right. So start getting your costume that you need now. And if you're going to go to a Halloween party, dress up. All right. Don't be a tight ass loser, pathetic moron. Well, I'm too mature to dress up. So what? Dress up, damn it. You know what I mean? It's a Halloween party. Have fun, damn it. the last Halloween party I went, like I said, I dressed up as a Roman soldier. Then I dressed up as I forgot what else I dressed up as. Oh yeah, James Bond. I had to rent a tuxedo. And then I dressed up as Frank Sinatra. I had to rent an all black tuxedo, and I had the golden microphone. And I went to this Halloween party. Believe it or not, 15 to 20 people knew who I was. You know, I was like, "You're Frank Sinatra." I was like, "Yes, the golden microphone. Only Frank Sinatra will have the golden microphone, and anyone would know." And just have fun, man. You know, because listen, if you got a girlfriend and she's dressed up and you're not dressed up, she's gonna have more fun than you. All right. I would love to dress up as an astronaut. You know, and I saw the costume online. It's $1,000. It looks exactly like the ones from the 60s. That's the one I want. But $1,000, I'm like, damn it. That includes the boots, the backpack, the helmet, and everything. I was like, go online. There's these costume warehouses. Like I said, the largest one is in Minnesota. But these other ones, you know, you want a costume, go online and find it quick. All right. You know, but just be a respectful costume. All right. Don't dress up as something that like a sad event happened. Don't do that. You know what I mean? So yeah, be respectful, you know. But there was one costume I thought of. It was kind of stupid, like walking with a blonde hair. And people, what are you dressed up as? I'm the hot blonde. You know what I mean? They're like, oh my God, yeah, I got my costume. I'm the hot blonde. Worship me. You know, and just walk in there just with the blonde hair. I'm the hot blonde, you know? A blondie. Exactly. You know? Anyway, so who else is on here? So Tinkerbell Batty and Paige Levinsky. Hello, Paige Levinsky. You're very lovely. 17,300 followers and 8,206 following. Pleasure to have you on here, my dear. Thank you so much. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll say hi to you because Tinkerbell Batty's up here. Tinkerbell. So I'll send you a nice email saying hello, Paige Levinsky. Levinsky. I spelled it correctly. Okay, Levinsky. Perfect. Very nice last name. Thank you, my dear. Anyway, so listen, just have fun. All right. Just go to the Halloween party and just have fun. All right. And the weather's cooling down. Thank God. I got to wear my jackets for the past 4 days. I was so excited and happy because my jackets were in my closet, you know, actually in a trunk that I kept in this container. Finally, this morning it was like 40 degrees. Now it's 64 right now, but it feels so good to wear my jackets, man. You know what I mean? There's one that I paid so much money. I'm like, I'm going to wear you, buddy. I am. And you know what? I did wear it, and the jacket gave me a big hug. That's what it did. Yep. Anyway, so that's about my time for the Jerry Torres part. I'd like to thank Tinkerbell Batty for coming on here and the new cool person, Paige Levinsky. Thank you so much, Paige. Appreciate you coming on here. Thank you. And to Tinkerbell Batty, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad everything is okay with you. You know what I mean? And don't think that, you know, I'm becoming impatient. No. You explained to me about your health. Your health is more important. Okay. And your kids are 10 times more important. But the most important thing that you feel better, that you're getting better, and you will get better, you know, and for you to come on here live with me, it's an honor and a privilege. And I appreciate that very much. And to Paige Levinsky, thank you for coming on. Appreciate that. You look very lovely in that nice blue dress of yours. Thank you so much. So before I leave, listen, as a promotion that I did, the book that I finished a couple days ago, yes, A Dread on My Bed. It's on TikTok Live. It is the only time that I will give a free book away. Okay. But it's Halloween. And the reason why I did it is because, you know, I don't have kids, but those that do, you know, I figured this is a perfect book to read. It's harmless. There's no blood, no gore in it. It's a story about a guy named Jonah who loves fixing his bed. He always makes sure his bed is nice and neat before he goes to bed and after, you know, before and after. But there's a monster that doesn't like neat beds. He always messes it up, you know. And Jonah is like not afraid of him, but he's like, "Why are you doing this?" You know, and the monster is scary. Just to let the kids know, and it's not a raging monster like he's gonna rip his heart out or nothing like that. No, it's just a monster that doesn't like neat beds, you know. So, and again, I stayed away from the cliches, like why are you always like the parents coming in and always blaming the kid? No, it's pretty much him and the monster trying to figure something out here. And for him just to have this monster stop messing up his bed, So it is a very safe story to read to the kids. All right. And it took me, oh God, I would say a month to write. But my very close friend, Rhonda Aries, who's a fantastic artist, and she doesn't ask for a lot of money. She did the illustration so brilliantly, so lovely, so quickly. And I was like, wow, she is great because she studied this for years, animation. And since we've been friends for almost like 20 years, I asked her for her help. And she goes, yeah, just you can pay me this much. And that's it. I was like, oh, and I did. I paid her. And after she did it, and I paid her cash up front. I said, listen, I'm not going to pay you online. I always pay cash because that's evidence that I hand you the money in hand, So she did a great job at what she did, and she knew I was going to do it for free. The only time to do it for free. And I just want, parents to read this for their kids. Do for it being Halloween. Why not? So find Dread on My Bed. It's on Tinkerbell. It's on Tinkerbell. It's on TikTok. So enjoy. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's about my time for the Jerry Torres program. I'd like to thank everybody for coming on, staying on, especially for my good, lovely buddy who will be my Super Bowl date, Tinkerbell Batty. Thank you so much, my dear. I give you a kiss, mwah, and I give you a high five, smack, and then you give me a kiss and a hug, and then you throw me to the ground and do what you want with me. Rip my clothes. Oh, sorry, I'm going a bit too far. I had my eyes closed. Anyway, so thank you so much, Tinkerbell, for being on here. As you all well know, I am an accomplished author. Not only did I write the book, A Dread on My Bed, I also wrote the book, Chinese Food for Breakfast. You can find my book either on lulu.com, that is LULU, or on Amazon Kindle. And it's an ebook. You can download the book, read the book anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or your laptop. And the book is only $4, people, so you're not going to be breaking the bank. And the book is about fun. So download the book today and enjoy a good read. Also, listen to my good friend Latisse Mitchell's podcast. She's on the works and making a comeback, Tice Talk. Her podcast show is about fun, family, dating, whatever she talks about. She makes it funny because she's one of my comic friends that we've been knowing each other for almost 20 years. She is so great at comedy. We are like, I'm like Batman and she is my Robin or Batwoman. Anyway, but she is one of my closest and dearest friends in the comedy business, but she's a fantastic podcaster and is in the works of making a comeback. You can listen to her previous podcast shows on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. So find Latisse Mitchell's Tice Talk.
It'll make your head spin.
Tice Talk with Latisse Mitchell.
In your face.
Tice Talk.
It'll knock your socks off.
Also, listen to Gordo B. His latest album is up right now. You can find him on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. His music is smooth. It has the best, funkiest music ever. Also, real quick, I'd like to say rest in peace to D'Angelo. That guy was smooth in his music. Brown Sugar, You're My Lady. May he rest in peace. His music was the kind of music that I would use like when I'm with a woman, like with Teddy Pendergrass, Sade, and D'Angelo, because he was about romance, man. He was just smooth at his lyrics. And may he rest in peace. That was my dude right there. So rest in peace, Mr. D'Angelo. But anyway, listen to Gordo B. You can find his music on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. It's the best hip-hop music I've heard in quite a while, and you can understand the lyrics, understand what the hell he's saying. So you can find him on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. Download his latest album that's up right now. You can Gordo B is spelled Gordo, big letter B. Also listen to Funky Times. You can find them on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. Their music is great, original, funky. They mix it with jazz, funk, rock. They know how to make music and make music right. You can find Funky Times on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. And if you're interested in hiring them for your special event, contact them, make a deal with them, and you won't regret it. So listen to Funky Times. Also, I use Funky Times to close my show in a 3, 2, and a 1, and a 1, 2, and a 3. And here we go. 3, 4. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another episode of the Jerry Torres program. As I always say towards the end of my podcast, whatever religious figure you believe in, may you be blessed. I bid you all a fond fondue. I'll be back. So I ask you all, please don't go changing. I'm gone and a get gone and a bye.
Powered by Riverside.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Limited time offer. No purchase necessary. Offer valid at participating locations. Void where prohibited. No animals were harmed during the production of this soundboard. Subject to change without notice. Side effects include dry mouth, occasional pig snort or two, sore stomach, teary eyes, achy jaws, and whatever tingles well. Laughing heart.
I'd like to say real quickly, thank you to Brandon Gaines who's just coming on right now. Thank you, Brandon Gaines. You are the man. As y'all well know, you can listen to the Jerry Torres program on YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on Riverside FM. Go on Spotify and subscribe to his podcast show. Listen to his podcast show anytime, anywhere, and download any of his episodes, and plus subscribe to the Jerry Torres program on Spotify. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Jerry Torres program has always been known to bring magic to your heart, mind, and soul.